Folks, we're here in Montrose, Colorado for the estate of Richard Cook, and we've got this little John Deere roller harrow. It's an 8-footer, an 8-foot working with, which is unusual to find these smaller ones, and overall it's in decent shape, guys. There's a couple flaws that I do want to show to you as we walk around, and please do note also that there's no hydraulic cylinder on this little guy. So if you want to tow it home, and the tires appear to me that as long as you're not going a long distance, you could probably tow this guy home, but you would have to find a way to raise it up and then put some type of a bar or something in there to hold it up so you could transport it home. So just be aware of that, guys, that there is no hydraulic cylinder on this. So we'll start up here right on the front, and overall, again, I'd say this is a decent little roller harrow, but you can see where they've done a little reinforcing up here on the front right there. Hopefully you guys can see that in the video. Come around here on this side, I do see a couple of the wheels that are broken. I don't see any on this side, at least not on the front. And it looks like there are 9 of your C-tines on this side on both bars combined. There's 9, 4, and then 5. And they all look like they're in good shape, and they all look like they have points on them. You can see they just pulled this out. Richard had it over there in the weeds. I'm guessing he hasn't used this in several years, guys. But they pulled it right out over here, and it looks like he kept it in pretty decent shape. The tire on this side looks like it's good. The bearings appear to be good, but again, we're not going to have the ability to test this thing, guys. The frame, I don't see any welds other than up there on the hitch that I've already shown you. So I think other than that, the frame is in good shape. Again, you do need to get a hydraulic cylinder put on this if you're gonna go ahead and use it, guys, or if you want to pull it home. Come over to this side again. The wheels front and back look pretty good. In fact, the only broken spot I can see is up there on the front. If you guys can see that in the video right there, that one wheel is broke. But that's the only broken wheel that I see on this little roller harrow, and I only see one shank that is broken as well, and that is right up here on this front side over here as well. So maybe I'm wondering if Richard might have hit something over here and busted that wheel and possibly broke a shank at the same time, but it's hard to tell. But tire on this side's a little bit more weathered and worn. So again, if you guys were going to come over here, that's a 6-bolt John Deere hub. If you were going to come and pull this home, you might want to bring a spare with you. The teeth are controlled manually here with your 2 levers, so you can see that you could pull those tines and put them up the rest of the way. But and we'll focus back in here again. This is the only place on the machine that I see any type of welding or break, and it looks like they've welded it up a little bit right there. Other than that, the machine, the frame is pretty clean. This is your one broken wheel that I can see right here on the front. So overall, a pretty good little roller harrow, guys. Again, it is an 8-foot working width. The overall width on this thing is about 10.5 to 11. So if you're going to put it on a trailer, you are going to be over width a little bit. But in Colorado, I think you can go to 12 foot if you're ag and still be okay. Just put flags on it. And we're still working out the logistics on getting this stuff loaded, guys. I think I'll bring my little Bobcat down here. I've got an S850 Bobcat, and I think it'll pick this little guy up and load it for you. So we'll try to have loading arrangements worked out before the sale day, and I'll make sure to update the listing accordingly. But a good, clean little roller harrow here in Montrose, guys. A little 8-foot John Deere roller. Sure would make somebody a nice one if they just put a cylinder on it. I think you'd be good to go.